There's a version of you that shows up in relationships, and then there's a version of you that feels safe enough to be real. Most people never realize those two are not the same person. You don't lose yourself in relationships by accident. You were trained to do it long before romance ever entered the picture. And today I want to show you how conditioning, inner childhood trauma, and attachment styles quietly shape who you become in relationships, why authenticity often feels unsafe, and how reparenting yourself is the way back home. Conditioning isn't what happened to you once. It's what happened repeatedly until your nervous system decided, this is how I survive. Maybe you learned being easygoing kept the peace. Being quiet avoided punishment. Being impressive earned love. Being needed made you valuable. So you adapted. And here's the part most people miss. Those adaptations didn't disappear when you grew up. They just followed you into adulthood, into friendships, into leadership, into romantic relationships. So instead of asking, why am I not authentic? The real question becomes, who did I have to become to stay emotionally safe? Inner childhood trauma doesn't always look like obvious abuse. Sometimes it looks like being emotionally unseen, having feelings minimized, being praised only when you performed, being loved conditionally. Your child nervous system made meaning out of that, and the meaning often sounded like, my needs are too much. If I'm myself, I'll be rejected. Love must be earned. I must manage others' emotions. So authenticity became risky because when you were young, authenticity didn't bring safety. Adaptation did. And now, as an adult, you might feel confused. Why do I feel exhausted in relationships? Why do I attract emotionally unavailable people? Why do I disappear when conflict arises? Because the child part of you is still driving the wheel, just wearing adult clothes. I'm going to talk about attachment styles and how trauma shows up in love. Attachment styles aren't personality flaws. They are relationship survival strategies. Let's make this real. With anxious attachment, you might over-explain, over-give, over-accommodate, abandon yourself to keep connection, not because you're needy, but because your nervous system learned connection equals safety. Don't lose it. Now, with avoidant attachment, you might shut down, intellectualize feelings, pull away when closeness grows, value independence over intimacy. Not because you don't care, but because closeness once felt overwhelming or unsafe. And then you have disorganized attachment. You might crave closeness but fear it, push people away, then panic when they leave. Feel conflicted inside relationships because love was inconsistent, unpredictable, or unsafe. Here's the truth. Most people don't want to hear. Your attachment style can silence your authenticity because it prioritizes survival over truth. So I'm going to explain how this steals your authentic self. This is where authenticity quietly disappears. You stop asking, what do I feel, and start asking, what will keep them? What won't upset them? What version of me is acceptable here? So you become the calm one, the strong one, the fixer, the agreeable one, the low maintenance one. But authenticity doesn't survive performance because authenticity requires safety, not strategy. And until your nervous system learns safety, your authenticity will keep hiding, even when you consciously want it to show up. So, how do we change all this? Let's talk about reparenting, becoming who you needed. Reparenting isn't about blaming your parents. It's about reclaiming authority over your inner world. Reparenting sounds like your feelings make sense. You don't need to earn love. You're allowed to take up space. I won't abandon you when things get hard. It's teaching your nervous system something new. I am safe with myself. Practically, this looks like pausing instead of people pleasing, naming your needs without over explaining, staying present during discomfort, choosing truth over approval, responding instead of reacting. Every time you do this, you send a message to your inner child. You don't have to perform anymore. And slowly, authenticity comes back online. Not as confidence, not as loudness, but as alignment. Your authenticity was never lost. It was protected. It went quiet so you could survive. And now, you don't need to survive love anymore. You get to be real inside it. That's not healing. That's coming home. If this landed somewhere deep, let it land fully. Don't scroll past it. Like it, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe if you want more work that goes beneath the surface, not around it. I'm Sandra, a transformational authenticity coach and counselor, and I'll be giving you plenty of information in future videos as well on how to reclaim your authentic self. Thank you for your time.